How to change a car's oil. You will need a ratchet and socket, an oil drain pan, a new oil filter, fresh motor oil, a funnel, newspaper or cardboard and paper towel, and some service ramps or a car jack if you have a low-sitting vehicle. Before beginning, make sure the engine is warm. Driving around the block 3 or 4 times should warm the oil enough to make it drain readily. Contrarily, allow the engine to cool for at least 30 minutes if the engine is hot. Position and raise the vehicle on level ground. Ensure the vehicle is steady before doing any kind of maintenance. Go ahead and pop the hood. Dirty oil on the end of the engine dipstick indicates the need for an oil change. First, lay some cardboard or newspaper underneath the engine's oil pan. Then place your oil drain pan underneath the drain hole, sealed by an off-angle hex bolt. In the engine bay, offset the oil cap. Now grab your ratchet and matching socket. A 17mm socket was used for this Honda Civic. Loosen the oil drain plug on the underside of the vehicle and continue to remove by hand. Quickly remove the plug once the oil begins to drain. Ensure the oil drain pan is properly catching the used oil. Once the draining oil has reached a dribble between 15 and 30 minutes later, it is time to remove the old oil filter. Locate the oil filter in the engine bay. It is often attached directly to the engine block. Make sure the oil drain pan will catch any oil that drips from the filter's attachment point. Remove the filter by turning it counterclockwise. Drain any excess oil inside the filter into the oil drain pan. Wipe clean the oil filter mount with a paper towel. Also wipe off any oil that is spilled onto the underworkings of the vehicle. Grab your new oil filter. Lubricate any rubber seals or rings on the filter with fresh oil. Now thread the new oil filter into place in the engine. As indicated on the oil filter, hand tighten it by turning it 3/4 to 1 revolution at the first sign of resistance. At this point, the draining oil should have reached a slow drip. Clean the oil drain plug, the drain hole, and reinsert the plug. Tighten it with the ratchet and socket. With the oil pan sealed, it is time to add fresh oil to the engine. First, clean the oil dipstick. Now wedge the funnel in place of the oil cap and pour the amount and type of oil recommended by the vehicle's manufacturer into the engine. 3 liters of 5W30 was needed for this Honda. Check the dipstick to make sure the oil has filled midway between the maximum and minimum indicators. Add more oil if necessary. Finally, seal the engine by twisting the oil cap back into place. With your tools away and all items used clear from the engine bay, start the engine. Check to make sure everything is operating normally. Take your vehicle for a victory spin as an additional precautionary check. Oil change accomplished. Don't forget to recycle your used filter and oil at your local auto repair shop. Drive safe, everyone.